operation as quickly and as safely and as securely as possible. I would note that last night, one of Colonial's major lines resumed operation under manual control, while the existing inventory is available, along with some of the smaller lines that are spurs off of the major lines. They are getting those up and running. Many of you are aware that Colonial announced yesterday that they fully expect to substantially restore operations by the end of this week. Now, I've had several conversations with the CEO of Colonial, and who has indicated that by close of business tomorrow, Colonial will be in a position to make the full restart decision. But even after that decision is made, it will take a few days to ramp up operations. This pipeline has never been shut down before. It travels great distances. There is fuel in the pipe, and then there is fuel, the offtake from the refineries that have to be added. So it will take a few days to be up and running. But our interagency effort is going to be on it all the way. And let me tell you what that has looked like so far. Starting this weekend, my team began multiple daily calls with Colonial senior executives, Dave Turk leading those. And those calls have enabled us to share information across the federal government to keep us fully in sync with their progress and to let them know what resources we can bring to bear. We've spoken today and yesterday with several governors' offices in the affected areas from the South and the Mid-Atlantic. They're obviously, understandably concerned with reports of gas stations running out of fuel, and they want this pipeline restarted, as do we all. We are going to continue to assess impacts along the East Coast and in particular the parts of the Southeast, using the information and analysis from the Energy Information Agency, which is part of the interagency combined effort, and other federal partners. We're using these conversations and that information to inform the federal decision making with our federal partners around steps to mitigate these supply impacts and disruptions. So on Sunday afternoon, some of you are aware that the Department of Transportation issued an hours of service waiver, which provides greater flexibility to drivers who are transporting gas and diesel and jet fuel across 17 states, as well as the District of Columbia. DOT also moved to temporarily relax some of its workforce requirements and monitoring so that we can make sure that we have the personnel online in these places and with the drivers. This morning, the Environmental Protection Agency issued a waiver of the blend of fuels for the affected states to allow us to use non-compliant fuel and boost available supply where it's needed. Further, the Department of Transportation's Federal Rail Administration is working to enlist rail operators in an effort to transport fuel from ports inland to and from. And I spoke as well with Chairman Glick of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission of FERC this morning. FERC is positioned to issue orders quickly to direct the pipeline to prioritize fuel to the areas that are most in need once the pipeline is up and running. So in short, we're looking at every option we have across the federal government and all of the agencies. And in the meantime, I do want to say this, that we expect that gas station owners are and should act responsibly. We will have no tolerance for price gouging. Federal and state officials will be investigating those actions if they see price gouging, and we are urging consumers to report any price gouging to their state attorneys general. And still, I want to be clear that these states who are impacted, even with the turning on of the pipeline system, they still may feel a supply crunch as Colonial fully resumes. So, but the American people can feel assured that this administration is working with the company to get it resumed as soon as possible. And as one other warning, I guess, let me emphasize that much as there was no cause for, say, hoarding toilet paper at the beginning of the pandemic, there should be no cause for hoarding gasoline, especially in light of the fact that the pipeline should be substantially operational by the end of this week and over the weekend. So at the same time, it certainly is a reminder that we need to take a hard look at how we need to harden our necessary infrastructure, and that includes cyber threats. And as Ann Neuberger, who was here yesterday and told you, this administration is taking an all-hands-on-deck approach to enhancing our cyber defenses, and Secretary Mayorkas is here to tell us a bit about what he's doing on that front.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.